A two-seat turboprop basic trainer used by the Royal Air Force. It was developed in order to meet the requirements to replace a jet provost as a basic fast jet trainer for the RAF. That was accomplished in the Tucano. This aircraft can climb to 15,000 feet in only 4 minutes. The short Tucano is a modified version of the Brazilian Embraer EMB-312 Tucano aircraft. It was built under license by Short Brothers of Belfast. It was built between 1987 and 1993. The short Tucano was fitted with more powerful 1,100 shaft horsepower Garrett turbo engine in place of the Embraer's 750 shaft horsepower Pratt & Whitney. The first Garrett-powered short Tucano flew in Brazil on the 14th of February 1986, with the first shorts being built in production on December 30th of 1986. A total of 158 short Tucanos were built, 130 of them going to the RAF, 12 to Kenya, and 16 to Kuwait. Ladies and gentlemen, inbound from your right, Leet and the short Tucano. The first pass will be the flat pass. Speeds approaching 275 knots, 316 miles an hour. Here he comes, Leet and the short Tucano. Rolling the aircraft in the inverted, we'll see him climb to 2,500 feet, pull the aircraft back down, and complete the first half of the reverse Cuban 8. Leet will pull up on the stick, the aircraft back at the 45-degree line. He'll roll it inverted, again climbing to 2,500 feet, pulling back on the stick, and the aircraft will complete the second half of the reverse Cuban 8. Now with a lot of airspeed, watch as he pulls back on the stick and demonstrates the avalanche loop as he gets to the top. There's the roll across the top. This demonstrates an excellent slow speed and high AOA maneuvering capabilities of the Tucano for performing a full roll. The Tucano has very large control surfaces and great slow speed handling maneuverability. A very difficult maneuver rolling in this aircraft. Coming back around, Leet will demonstrate a 4-point roll. This particular aircraft is a Royal Air Force serial number ZF-136, owned and flown by Leet of Louisville, Kentucky. Here he comes from your left. Now as he comes right at show center, he pulls on the stick and rolls the aircraft into a 1, 2, 3, and the 4-point roll. This demonstrates the Tucano's excellent roll control due to the large ailerons. Every RAF fast jet pilot today trains and earns their wings in the short Tucano. Both Prince William and Prince Henry earned their RAF wings flying the short Tucano. The Tucano is being flown currently by 14 different air forces around the world today in both training and light attack roles. Leet is the first pilot in the United States to hold a low altitude waiver in any Tucano model. He holds a low altitude waiver for all 3 Tucano models. The inverted pass and roll. Again, this shows the inverted roll capabilities of the Tucano. It requires precise stick and rudder controls to keep the nose tracking straight above the horizon. The aircraft has a maximum speed of about 345 miles an hour. Again, a climb rate of 4,500 feet per minute and a range of about 900 miles. Now coming in from your left, ready for the double Humpty Bump. The Humpty Bump is a vertical climb followed by a 180-degree vertical roll. Then a very tight 180-degree reverse back to full nose down. Watch as the short Tucano goes up, straight up on the vertical up line. Now as the airspeed begins to bleed off, he pulls back on the stick. The short Tucano again, straight back down towards the ground. Reversing directions. Coming back from your right to left this time. Again, a lot of speed built up. He'll pull back on the stick, and the short Tucano, again, straight back up into the skies. Again, he'll roll. Reposition the aircraft. Watch again as the airspeed begins to bleed off. Pulls back on the stick. This will demonstrate 2 reverse rolls. And straight back down again, completing the double Humpty Bump. Leet is a former United States Air Force pilot flying the T-37 and T-38. Lee from Louisville, Kentucky. The paint scheme on this aircraft is currently the same used by the original paint that was applied when it was a demonstration aircraft. As Lee comes in from your right for the double aileron roll. Watch now as he takes the aircraft. This demonstrates both the excellent roll rate as well as the power of the TPE-331 turboprop to keep the plane moving forward while rolling. The aircraft has handling similar to that of a jet aircraft. It's fully aerobatic, providing an excellent workhorse for training fast jet pilots in all aspects of military flying. It's used to develop students in a full range of skills, including general aircraft handling, formation flying, and low-level navigation. Due to its comprehensive avionics and ice protection packages, it can be flown in all types of weather. Now watch now, as he comes in from your left, pulling back on the stick. Let's watch as the aircraft begins to climb to almost 3,000 feet, and the speed will go down to about 50 knots as he approaches the top. Keep an eye on the short Tucano as the airspeed begins to bleed off, and right about there, kicks in left rudder. And then begins to fall straight back down the hammerhead. Again, pulling out of that at about, a good 3 to 4 Gs as he comes down to the bottom of the hammerhead. Lee will now set up for the loop with a snap called the avalanche loop. Now, this is probably the only time you will ever see a turbine-powered military aircraft do a snap roll. Keep an eye on the short Tucano as Leet approaches from your left. Again, 1,154 shaft horsepower pulling this aircraft through the skies over to Jersey. Now, here he comes from your left. Keep an eye on the aircraft as Leet pulls back on the stick. And the aircraft will begin to execute the roll maneuver, the loop maneuver rather. Watch as he pulls back, the aircraft begins to climb. Keep an eye on this aircraft again. You don't see this very often, ladies and gentlemen, as it gets to the very top of the loop. He'll snap that aircraft all the way around and complete an avalanche loop in the short Tucano. Leet was trained by Airshow legend and Hall of Fame pilot Patty Wagstaff. Continues to work with Patty on a regular basis in both the Tucano and the Extra 300 Unlimited aerobatic aircraft. He actually helped train Patty in the Tucano in 2013. Patty Wagstaff is the only other person in the United States that holds a low-altitude waiver in the Tucano. Here he comes from your right. Now let's get ready for the Immelman into the spin off the top. Like the snap roll, another maneuver you'll probably never see another turbine military aircraft do. Climbing the Immelman to around 4,000 feet into the inverted, he'll roll upright and pull the plane almost to a stop. Now keep an eye on that aircraft as it gets ready to snap into a double left spin. Here he goes! Right back down and show center Leet in the short Tucano. Leet was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Lee is a 1990 graduate from the University of Louisville Speed School, where he graduated with a degree in computer engineering. Lee is also a 4-year graduate of the University of Louisville's Air Force ROTC program. All right, if you didn't get your picture earlier, now is a great time to take a great photo of the short Tucano as Lee approaches from the left in the dedication pass. A near knife edge pass. Here he comes. Reported to Vance Air Force Base for undergraduate pilot training in 1992. They graduated from undergraduate pilot training in June of 1993. Lee approaching from your right for his final pass. This is the low pass, the tactical pull-up and rolls. This demonstrates the high climb rates the Tucano can perform in a short climb. Here he comes. Watch now. So pull back on the stick and roll the aircraft. A great demonstration, ladies and gentlemen, from Leet, Louisville, Kentucky, and the short Tucano give us a great look at this unique aircraft from across the pond.